Hello, Dr. Tawana Worlds by birth, also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grew up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Yes, I was that little girl that grew up in the hood, grew up in the ghetto, single mother, absent father, eating out of the trash can just to survive. But I was also that girl that determined way back then that I was not going to become a product of my past. And now I help others do the same thing. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I help men and women from similar backgrounds find value in their own vault and create wealth from within. Hey, what's going on, everybody? How are you all doing? This is your girl, Dr. Worlds, coming by to disrupt with just a quick moment or two. If you are new to the channel, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, then welcome in. And if you are a cousin or a kinfolk, welcome back. I'm not going to hold the time too long. I'm just going to go ahead and get straight to the beat. If you don't mind sharing, it absolutely helps me spread the message. It helps me beat the algorithm, and it helps me reach the people that I am supposed to reach. It's absolutely free. Doesn't cost you anything, not even your time. And that is the way we evangelize and share the good news of the truth. With that being said, we're going to jump straight into the presentation. I am going to come off the screen over on Facebook and YouTube for the simple fact that whenever I start an application or start another tab, open up another tab, it starts freezing me really bad. So I'm going to come off screen. I am going to let the presentation be the visual, and we're going to get straight into it, okay? All right, with that being said, for Instagram, I'm not going to be able to turn the camera around because it's in a wide view, like a YouTube view, instead of a straight up and down Instagram, YouTube view. So you're going to hear me read the presentation. All right, y'all. So first things first, I'm going to be going over some niches that create riches. I say it all the time. There's never been a greater time to get started and get yourself in a better position financially, a better freedom position, not just with your money, but with your mind, with your mission, with everything, to be able to be preservation ready and have freedom, for whatever's going on with the economy. You have cushion, okay? You have freedom to still be able to do and buy and go, etc., with the things that you want to do because you have the resources or the ability to do so. So I am going to be covering some niches that are creating riches, okay? We don't need another 9-to-5 type of labor. We don't need a side hustle that still requires us to work in it and work on it. Okay, not every niche pays, but these ones do. And when I say niches, it just means practically what industry you're in. So a niche could be fitness. I'm in fitness. A niche could be transportation. I'm in transportation. A niche can be I'm a consultant. A niche could be I'm a contractor. And then a sub niche would be I'm in fitness, but I only help mothers who just had newborn babies from 0 to 6 months, shrink their baby fat without using any type of dietary, resources. That's called a sub niche. I'm in fitness, but I only help women or mothers who just had a baby in 0 to 6 months and want to lose X, Y, and Z amount of belly fat or baby fat within the next amount of days, weeks, etc., without using medication. That's called a sub niche. So not every niche will make you rich, but the ones that I'm going to be going over here on this presentation will. Because, like I said, I don't want to present anything to anybody that is still manual labor where you have to literally trade your muscle for money or you have to trade your time for money. That is not my industry. That is not my lane. I am a business consultant. That is my niche that helps those that are inspiring to become entrepreneurs or those that are already entrepreneurs start a business from scratch or take a business from from build to scale. That's it. And the only way that you can actually go from point A all the way to point Z is if you have a blueprint, a framework. What actually can get me there faster? Since I don't have a lot of time, I don't know how much time I have allocated. What path will get me there faster? And that is what a niche is. Okay. So not every niche pays the way that these do. The difference between struggling entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs, those who want to start something, and those that are actually building generational wealth often come down to one critical decision, and that's the niche that they choose, which is the lane that they choose. Perfect example, a regular dentist. They clean people's teeth. They may even pull people's teeth. They do a lot of preventative work. But if you have to go see an orthodontist because your teeth are shifted, are they gapped up, or whatever the case may be, now you have to see a specialist. They're both dentists, but one specializes in orthodontic works. Okay. Or if you have to have wisdom teeth removed, then you need to go see a dentist that extracts the teeth, one that puts you to sleep, a surgical orthodontist, right? Someone that removes the teeth. So all three of them are the same niche, but the person that's pulling the teeth, extracting the teeth surgically is going to get paid more than the person preventing the tooth decay and, flossing the whole 6 month checkup. They're going to make way more money. A regular family physician is going to make a certain amount of money, but someone that specializes in sciatica or specializes in diabetes or specializes in, the bone or cancer, they're going to make way more money than the person that just has the doctors, the family doctor, the family physician title because they specialize. So that is the same way when we're dealing with niches. That's the best example that I can give you. Okay. This presentation will break down the highest leverage income lanes available to all of us right now, with number one being digital systems. Number two being government contracts, because if you start learning anything in the digital space, you can sell that service to the government and they will buy it. Everything that I'm going to go over all goes back to government contracting. That is where you're going to get your biggest bag you ever had. Not for yourself, but I'm talking about for generations. This is where you get into generational wealth. And you know what? Um, it's a big industry, but not enough of players is in this. And there's a lot of gatekeeping that comes with it. Or for the people that are sharing the information, then it might cost you a whole whopping $10,000, $15,000 for 4 weeks of training, 6 weeks of training. You want to continue, then that's $50,000 because the type of contracts that you are exposed to, the type of business dealings that you will be doing with Fortune 500 type companies is way different than what you will be doing if you and I were conducting business. So this is where you build generational wealth. You can go get you a contract that will last your entire lifetime, 70-year contract. Okay. Once you lock into a contract, it's a contract. It's a legal binding contract, meaning it cannot be broken. Or you have the upper hand to take over the whole entire United States. That's never happened. It's never going to happen. Everybody and everything that we utilize and we go into, they didn't have a contract. Okay. And if they haven't had a contract, there's free government money, and they only reward those that are business owners that have businesses. This money is available, but not many want to go and actually get a business. They're undereducated about the importance of having you a business and removing everything from your personal name into a business so that you safeguard yourself. You can't sue me. Okay? You can sue the business. The business can always, not work out and go bankrupt. It has no effect on me personally. Has no effect on my personal social security number. Has no effect on my personal name. If one business doesn't work out, I can start many more. And if those ones don't work out, I can keep on starting them. It separates you because these are now two totally entities or corporations. A LLC is a corporation, and quiet as kept, we are a corporation as well. That's why we have numbers and barcodes on our birth certificates and on our social security cards. Okay, it's another topic for another day. We were born private citizens, so those are two separate entities. And then when you go and you establish a trust, now you remove all responsibility from yourself. This is how you protect your wealth. This is how you keep what you go get. So you getting $883,000 every single month for the next 10 years. That money could then be put into your trust. Okay. I don't own anything. Nothing is connected to me, but I control everything. And I can allocate who's getting what, how much they're getting. I won't have to worry about if I pass away, will they ruin my spoils or any of that? No, because I've set up the structure properly to keep it going. And then when I go on into glory, and my children or my grandchildren or whoever you leave it on to, they'll be able to control it to the end of their life. And then they will make a decision about who will continue to control it. That is what you call generational wealth, because it is wealth that lasts generations. Okay. So that is the niches that I am going to be talking about here on this live. Okay. Transportation, land, authority, and more. Give me 1 second because give me about 5 minutes, y'all. I need to let these children come in. But give me 1 sec, 5 minutes. Right back. All right, y'all. My apologies. My apologies. I didn't want it to be a lot of background noise, so I had to let them come in and do what they needed to do. Okay. So we can stop guessing and we can start building with precision and purpose. And this is the reason for this presentation. Okay. The shift has already happened. I have said it. I'm going to continue to say it. The shift has already happened, you guys. If you guys are not moving in these lanes, using these vehicles, you are truly missing out. You are truly missing out. I cannot stress that enough. If you are not moving in any of these lanes, these are the lanes that the wealthy people live in. They live in these lanes. And the reason why you ain't met wealth yet or met a wealthy connection or met wealthy people, because you're not in the right lanes. When you start getting into these lanes right here, then you start making those connections that is needed to take you to your next level. Okay. So first and foremost, the digital income is exploding. It has already happened. The rules of wealth creation have changed permanently. They have changed permanently, never to go back again. The old method, the old way of working and generating, income and stuff, that is out of the door. Those who have recognized the shift early, they are building empires right now. I'm telling you, people's lives are changing in a blink of an eye. This is the greatest time to be alive, even though it's the worst of times that is happening to a lot of people. Just don't let it happen to you. Those who don't take this opportunity, seize this moment, they will be the ones left optimizing for a world that no longer exists. Online revenue channels have outpaced traditional business models. I'm telling y'all right now, people are getting on here using AI to create news channels and report the news. Like, mainstream media is no longer mainstream media. The old way of doing things, people coming in, doing hard labor and tours and singing and all kind of, signings and traveling the world. That is no longer a thing. AI artists are taking over, literally. Okay. People are curing their animals using AI. People are selling their homes using AI. People are winning lottery using AI. People are actually winning the predicting stocks using AI. Literally, it has never been this easy. You just got to be in the right lane, and digital income right now for everybody. You need to get you some. I don't care how much you don't like it. I don't care how much you don't want to learn it. I don't beg a single soul, and here I am begging you to get you some over here. You deserve it. It doesn't matter what you create right now. It doesn't matter what your gift is right now. You need to have that bad boy in a digital space so you can make money from it. 1000%. Online revenue channels have outpaced traditional basic business models. People on YouTube are making $20,000 a month for just creating content that you yourself don't gotta put on no makeup, get your hair cut, go put on your best outfit, turn on no camera. You ain't got to use your voice. Literally, people are making $20,000 a month by just creating YouTube channels and putting content out there. And it's content that is created and generated solely by AI. The old way of doing things is dead and gone. The barriers to entry for this is none. There has never been lower. If you always thought I've been counted out because I'm an African American, or I'm Hispanic, or I'm a minority, or I'm poor, or I didn't graduate, or I got a background, or whatever the entry points, the barriers have been for us breaking through in any industry, it has never, ever, ever been this easy. Do y'all understand me? It ain't never been this easy. This is your time. It really is your time. Automation is replacing tasks. AI and software are eliminating low value labor at unprecedented speeds. Let me tell you why that's happening. Why would they pay 50 people $20 an hour when they can pay one platform $20 a month? This is why people are being replaced. This is why. Answering services, AI answering services, you call apartment complexes now, you call storage facilities now. Everything has an AI agent answering its phone or some type of AI assistant. Hey, let us take your information, schedule you a tour. You even got robots calling you. So that is the reason why they are replacing people. It's cheaper to get rid of you. Okay? So AI and software are eliminating low value labor at unprecedented speeds. This isn't a threat to those who understand systems. This is why you got to get out of these systems and create your own. This is the number one reason why you have to come out of their system, because their old system, the way that you have known this system work, does not work anymore. And now you have to be and build your own systems. Why? Because the time is now for you to be able to do so. If you don't, you'll be a part of this new system that they built, and you're not going to like it. I 1000% warn you, guarantee you, hands down, you will not like the new system that they are implementing. So you have no other choice really in the matter but to start creating your own systems. It's a massive opportunity to deliver automation as a service and build scalable workforce. Hear me clearly. I don't care if you're 79. I can literally go start somebody an Instagram page, a Facebook page. I can manage their social media all with AI. Literally takes me 10 minutes to run somebody's whole social media page for them. 10 minutes with one tool, and make me $5,000 to $10,000 every single month off of one person for running a social media. And all I got to do is set that bad boy up one time. I came here and demonstrated how you can even get business owners and find them that are not using social media, and then go and get you a $10,000 bag. I will manage your social media for 3 months for 10K, which will bring more lead generation, more clients to your business, more money and revenue in your business. They want that. And that is called creating the system. If you know how to clean good, you can create you an app for potential people that want to start a cleaning business. If you know how to do shirt decorations, I don't care. There's so many things to name that I can't name them all. It doesn't matter, big or small. I showed you guys a woman in the UK charging people $1,000 a pop to show them how to have an orgasm. It's women, not people. She's charging women $1,000 a pop to teach people how to have orgasms. I'm talking about the craziest things you can think of. People are out here getting paid to solve people's problems. If you a man and you know how to get your testosterone up, this is just free game. If you did something, took a regimen, or you used some type of herbs or something to get your testosterone up, it's $1 million audience right now of men looking how to get their testosterone up. If you quit smoking, if you used to be a smoker, there's a 800,000 size audience waiting on you to help them quit smoking. You can go to ChatGPT, say, give me 5 steps to quit smoking without having a nervous breakdown. Because most people that smoke feel like, okay, I'm not going to be able to conquer the warfare in my mind. And that's why they go on for so long, because they're defeated in their mind and they don't think that they can stop. So you go create a guide for $3 that you did not create. 5 ways to stop smoking without having a nervous breakdown. And it creates the cover for you. It creates the front and back cover and the meat, meaning the 5 steps on the inside, in 5 minutes or less. And now you have something ready to sell for $3. And 1,000 people buy that for $3. You just made you $3,000 in one day. If you had 1,000 people buy that in a week, you just made $3,000 in 1 week. You can never go into anybody's workforce anywhere in the world and make that type of pay in a week or a day. So I really wanted to put emphasis on the AI. I really wanted to. Ownership matters more than ever. And this is my biggest talking point right here. What you own, you control. What you don't, it controls you. I'll say that again. People thinking that they have lots of money. Money is trash. It's garbage. It ain't good for nothing but exchanging. Hey, I gave you a service, pay me the promissory note for the services I provided. And now I'm going to go pay somebody else promissory note for the services they provided. Whether that's food, whether that's utilities, whether that's gas, it's just going to keep on flowing because this is nothing but currency. Ownership. You become in a very powerful position when you own. A paycheck is just a rental agreement, beloveds. A paycheck is literally a rental agreement on your time. How much can I lease you for? Okay. Assets, land, digital products, those are called intellectual properties. They will pay you forever. You hear about musicians owning their masters. You go and create you an app. You own that. That's yours. You can sell it for however much or however little you want. You own that ebook once it's created. That's your intellectual properties. You own anything you create because you paid for it. Okay? Because you paid for it. You modified it. Yes, AI assisted you, but it's yours. That's why I train my AI with my information. So you ain't just writing something like you writing somebody else. And when I come in there and say, I want this in my style, it knows exactly what my style is. It knows how my tone is. I've recorded myself and sent those files to my chat. So you know exactly how I talk. If I go and I say, ChatGPT, create me a 5-second or 15-second video, it's going to speak it in my language, meaning how I talk. What's going on, cousins? Show girl, Dr. Tawana Worlds. It's going to speak in my tone. So now that becomes my intellectual property. It's mine. It's not AI's. I'm telling you guys are missing out so bad right now. When you have ownership, now you have compounded interest, you have value. This can be passed down. And this is why the wealthy own, everyone else rents their income, but the wealthy own, they own assets. Notice that they don't call money real. They call money currency, but they call real estate, apartment buildings, land, gold. They call that real estate. They call those assets. Why? Because they grow without your participation. If you have some land, it's making you money. I don't care if there's nothing on it but some thorn bushes. It's making you money. If you own an apartment complex, it's making you money and it's compounding your money. It's giving you passive residual income every single month. I don't care if you put $50,000 down to build you a new fourplex and you only doing $1,600 a month. You will be having $1,600 a month every month until it starts going up in value. Then it goes to $1,800 a month. And then before you know it, you at $2,000 a month. These are things that don't depreciate. So that's why they're really called assets. Because they don't go down, they go up. They are not affected by the stock market. Real estate is not affected by the stock market. Because when the stock market lost $1 trillion twice last month, that means our rent should have went to zero. Did it? Did our mortgage go to zero? Hell no. Did they still want their payments during COVID? Yes, they did. Absolutely. And if they gave you some type of deferment or some type of forbearance, the interest was still accumulating. And you was in a worse position, not thinking that I had to pay that money right away, because now you have all of this acquired interest and now it's due on demand. Real estate don't appreciate. Gold don't appreciate. The dollar is dying and gold is surging. And so is silver and precious metals, diamonds, rubies, onyx, those type of things. We wonder why certain celebrities go and they buy Rolls Royces. They don't appreciate. If I buy a Rolls Royce right now in 2026 for 700,000, in 2030 I can't sell it for lesser than 700,000. It does not appreciate. If I go buy a richer meal, that's a watch, a certain kind of watch. It doesn't depreciate. Like when you go get a car off the lot and you drive off and it's already Kelly Blue Book. You can't even go trade that thing in because you upside down on the interest payment. Those type of things depreciate, assets appreciate. Just wanted to give some education on that, okay? The takeaway from the shift already happening is choosing the right niche isn't a preference. It is the single highest leverage decision you will make on your path to financial freedom. And that's what it's all about. Having a lot of money don't give you financial freedom. It helps, don't get me wrong. When you ain't got debt collectors, when you can wake up in the morning, I want you to just close your eyes if you can. And I want you to imagine you waking up not having to do no work, not having to have nobody calling you talking about this is due, not checking your mail and getting a bill in the mail, not having to worry about if you needed to call in and ask, can you travel down to the coast and just go get you some rest and relaxation, not having to worry about how you're going to afford to, get all your kids in one spot and just spend some time with your grandchildren. I'm talking about real freedom because that's what it's all about. People have a lot of money and they still not free. Having a lot of money means nothing. I've seen people touch $1 million and didn't go get no assets at all. They partied hardy. They had a broke mind with a lot of money. And that's the worst, most dangerous thing to be, is in a broke mindset with a whole bunch of money, because you just blow through it. And then you miss your shot. And sometimes people only get one shot. And sometimes it might take a whole generation. And what people don't understand is a generation is the equivalent of 35 years. You're supposed to have enough wealth for 2 generations. A wise man or a wise woman leaves an inheritance to their children's children. That is 2 generations, and a generation consists of 35 years. Why do you think in your generation, the opportunities we have now has never been seen before? We missed, the dot-com boom. We might have been too young during that time. Who knows? Depending on your age. We missed the bottled water boom. People laugh. We got water from the water hose in the sink. Why would I need bottled water? But now you can't even drink it. Drink any other water except bottled purified water. Some people bathe with it. Some people cook with it. You cannot pay me to cook with boiled water from the sink. I don't boil it. I don't care what's going on. No, I use bottled water. Hands down. I drink it. I cook with it. I wash my face with it. We miss those booms. But do not miss this one. This is the biggest one right here, because there's been a changing of the guards. This niche right now, AI, automation, and systems. You got to learn this one thing. Everything that is a part of our everyday life is a system. Everything. Education is an education system. I thought 20 years was a generation. 35 years is a generation. 35 years is a generation. 70 years is 2 generations. But yes, AI, automations, and systems. Everything that we partake of is on a system. The unemployment is a governmental system. The workforce is a system. The renting and housing market, that's a system. The food is a system. Okay, how we receive our food, that's a whole entire system. We have to go to a grocery store and purchase from a system called a cashier or checkout line so that we can go home and prepare our food. Everything is a system, from education, school, redlining. Poverty is a system. It's a belief system. Nevertheless, it's a system. Okay. So when you learn actually how to create your own system, that is when you dominate. And AI and automation and systems will allow you to come in and just dominate. Every business, from solopreneurs to Fortune 500 companies, is actively seeking ways to automate repetitive processes, reduce their overhead, get rid of people, and deploy AI tools that cut labor costs. Period. Point blank. Why would we pay 100 people $20 an hour when we can pay ChatGPT $20 a month? The demand is not theoretical, it is urgent. It is funded and it is growing exponentially year over year. Those who can build, those who can sell, and those who can manage these systems are becoming the highest paid professionals in any industry in the history of our existence. Literally, in the history of our existence, ain't nobody ever been paid this amount of money. Nobody. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Netflix. All right, let's show y'all this real quick. Let's jump off of that presentation and I'm going to show you something real quick. Okay. Right now, Netflix and Sam Altman, OpenAI CEO, they are paying $775,000 every single year. Okay? Every single year. And you don't have to have no coding experience just to build apps and systems. Netflix and OpenAI are offering up to $775,000 per year for storytelling roles. Is there anybody in here that can tell a good story? And if you can't, is there anybody in here willing to let ChatGPT tell a story for you, or Claude to tell a story for you? Not engineering, not AI, storytelling alone, creating cinematic content that story tells. No coding. Okay? AOL, the hottest job in tech, pays $775,000 and has nothing to do with coding. In the generative AI boom, vibe coding and AI expertise have become in demand. This is the only thing that frustrates me about my people. Why would you ever keep on going to a broken system that never, ever was created for your benefit? And you now have the ability to create your own system, to create your own lane, and get out of the system that was not built to benefit you. Why wouldn't you do that? I don't care if you got to stay up late. I don't care if you got to lose sleep. Okay. Let's go to this. AI engineers are making more than LeBron James. Boom, right here on the New York Times. I remember covering this. AI researchers are negotiating $250 million paychecks. These people are getting 9-figure compensation packages to be an AI researcher. What? You use AI to research? It has never, ever been this easy. brothers and sisters. Let's get back to the presentation. This is in demand, and I promise you, you ain't never ever found nothing or even heard of nobody in your family being paid this type of pay to do something. They are giving millions of dollars away from the government, the Department of Labor, to make America AI ready, to go into the communities and teach the young people and the minorities and the disadvantaged people hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars, 1 million for 3 years every year, 1 million for 3 years every year to go teach AI. Everything you see on the screen was made with AI in 5 minutes. The presentation, the thumbnails, everything on the screen was made with AI in 5 minutes. Literally. Literally. I'm going to show y'all how easy it is. Let me stick to the presentation then. If I have some time to go and demonstrate, I will. Okay. The core opportunities. Business are automating. Companies are allocating significant budget to digital transformation. Consultants and system builders are capturing those contracts. AI tools reduce labor costs. Tools like Innate, Zapier, Make, and custom GPT deployments replace entire departments, and someone has to build and maintain them. That's why AI is not taking your job. AI is taking the jobs of those who don't know how to work AI, because they still gonna need human intervention to maintain them. We build them and we maintain them. Okay? Digital services are in demand, from CRM automation, that just means customer relationship management, emails, collecting data, automation to AI powered customer services. These are the agents that I showed you guys about the last time. And I probably will try to demonstrate to you here again about these AI agents. The market is hungry for professionals who can execute. Modern skill set. This niche rewards learning over credentials. A few weeks of focused study can translate into a 5-figure monthly income stream. Real talk. All you need is just, I just talked to somebody, I'm so encouraged. I just talked to someone who took a training in December of 2025 with me, and then went and built her a empire, literally. And now looking for other investors to get in on this, this multi-billion dollar industry. From taking a class, a boot camp on learning this AI, she digitized every aspect about her business that she had been sitting on for 7 years, and now has a digital empire. Now she's looking for investors to get on board with her. Like, life changing. Life changing. Your life didn't change overnight. This is what AI automation looks like in practice. You build your digital services, package your automation skills into productized services, chatbot builds, email sequence automation, CRM integrations, and AI powered reporting dashboard. Clients pay premium price for done for you solutions. Yes, they do. Do it for me, I will pay you. Automate client workflows, map existing businesses process, and replace manual steps with automated triggers. AI generated outputs and integrated tool chains. Each workflow you build becomes a recurring retainer opportunity. Let me tell you what a workflow is. You go and set up a digital product, and you tell them to comment the word digital. Soon as they comment the word digital, it'll click off a trigger. They said the trigger word. Now this chain of reaction happens. The AI agent will go in and send them to their DM or to their messenger. Hey, here's the link. Thanks for commenting the word. Make sure you're following me now. for more content. I can't give you this sauce until you follow me. So now they've gained a follow. Okay. And then they sent the link. When they send the link, the people go to the website and say, oh, well, maybe they got busy. A phone call came through and they forgot. The AI agent will say, hey, yo-ho, Yolanda, I saw that about an hour or two ago. You were interested. Maybe you got busy or whatever the case may be. This opportunity will be gone at midnight. Just wanted to shoot you a quick holler. She goes over there and she takes care of it. Here's the email. Thanks for, whoop-de-whoop for purchasing whoop-de-whoop. Here is your deliverable. 3 days later, they hit him up and say, hey, you know what? I just wanted to check in to see how were you liking the digital product you downloaded. We do have a community where we come together and we, piece this out piece by piece. Whoop de whoop whoop. Would you like to join? Yeah, I would like to join. Okay, awesome. Here's access. So now you have these agents doing everything a whole entire team would do. Literally. With one agent. So that is what it's talking about, workflows. It takes care of everything for you. Then you create it, it's scalable, and you work from home. Or you work from wherever the heck you want to work from. If you want to be in the bathtub, which I would not recommend, you can work from there. If you was on the commode releasing your bowels, you could be working from there. If you was on the beach in Tahiti and it had an internet connection, you could be working from there. This is remote. You don't get off your butt, okay? You ain't got to get off your back if you're laying down chilling out under a palm tree. You can make money from anywhere. Unlike services, brick and mortar, 9 to 5, they have, times when they're open and closed, and when they're not open, they miss money. Now, this is a 24, 365 eternal business. As long as the earth remains, this is one of them businesses. They don't require your physical presence. Automation services scale through replication. Okay. You build it once and you sell it forever. You sell it to local businesses, online clients, or through white label partnerships. This is called flexible income. This model supports full location independence. Wherever you want to sell, you can sell. High ticket pricing. You can sell $2,000 to $15,000 automated per project, and reoccurring monthly retainers. It is one of the most scalable service-based niches available today, and that is real. Government contracting. I said in the beginning, it all points back to this, because if the government has all these trillions of dollars to help make America AI ready, here I come in as a contractor, because the government only does businesses with small businesses. They have a certain amount allocated for big corporations, but the majority of their money is for small businesses, because small businesses keep this country moving. Okay? So if they looking for people to come in and help their workforce learn how to use ChatGPT, learn how to put a presentation together, learn how to create and set up a workflow, learn how to create these AI agents, learn how to create books. They got contracts to go in prison. Just because people are in prison, they still need to keep up with the times. You can go get you $1 trillion contract to go back into prisons and show them on tablets how to use AI. The government has all kind of businesses everywhere. If you in the cleaning business, even if you ain't in the cleaning business, and you know somebody that you can go hire in the cleaning business, the Social Security office needs to be cleaned every day. The courthouses need to be cleaned every day. The schools have to be cleaned every day. The hospitals have to be cleaned every single day. The Veterans Department got to be cleaned every single day. The DMV has to be cleaned every single day. The Welfare Department has to be cleaned every single day. Housing Authority has to be cleaned every single day. Federal court buildings have to be cleaned every single day. Secretary of State. I mean, the list goes on and on and on to the break of dawn. I don't have to be a cleaner because I have a business set up and my NACE code, my niche is cleaning, I can get that contract and then go find Maria's cleaning service to actually perform the work. I pay Maria's cleaning service to perform the work for the government. The government is satisfied because Maria is cleaning its building. Maria is satisfied because they get paid very lucratively. And I am sure enough satisfied because I connected Maria with the government, but I hold the contract. So we all eat it. Anything that you can think of, not even just on federal level. I'm talking about on a city, state, and local level. They spend billions of dollars. They're looking for bread. The Department of Prisons is looking for weaves and wigs, sew-ins. They need panties. They need flip-flops. Okay? They need sweatshirts. They need pants. They need socks. They need toothbrushes. They need tuna. The Navy, the military, they going over to Iran. They need non-perishable goods to go in their backpacks. They need goggle visions. They need what do you call it? What the police wear when they're recording. What in the world is that called? The cameras, okay? The cameras that the police wear. I can't think of it right off the head. I ain't gonna stay too long on it. But they need those. They need backpacks. They need water bottles. They need heating blankets in case if there's an emergency or when there is an emergency, when there is a hurricane. They need Pampers. They need generators. They need everything except if you come to them talking about I'm the bank, they're going to turn you down because they the biggest bank and they the biggest spenders. So they're not buying money. If you in credit, everything that I have brought and presented to my cousins can turn around and be sold to the government. And I'm going to prove it. Okay? I'm going to prove it. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. They buy furniture. They buy everything. When I say everything, short-term lodging, they always need somebody to book their hotel rooms for the Army and the military. When they having trainings and when they going to go meet each other, yeah, they need that. They need lawn care, landscaping. They need that. Yeah, they need cooks. They need people that write books. But everything that I talk about, they need people to grow them some CBD, okay, some Mary Jane. Crazy how people on the street go to jail for it, but you can go and actually manufacture it for them. They need housing, okay? They need land. They need to plant trees and do conservation projects. Everything that I have presented to you, the government needs it, and they buy it. And it is not hard to get in with the government. When people hear government contracting, they get nervous. Man, are you serious? You just got to be properly structured. You can't go to them talking about, yeah, I got a business and you got a Yahoo. No, you ain't got no business. You can't go to I got a business, you ain't got no business bank account. No, you don't got no business. Because just like they treat us as humans when we're born, we get a birth certificate and a social security card. When your business is born, it gets an LLC, birth certificate, and an EIN, social security number. And the business bank lets people know we in business. Got to have somewhere where you transacting. You got to have the right email. You got to have the right structure. Okay? That's all you need. That's not hard. That's all you need. If they say, hey, we need 15 diesels going from Texas to Florida, I don't got to have one diesel. Let me go contact Swift or CR England. See how much you'll charge me to have 15 diesels going from Texas to Florida. People miss the biggest, the biggest bag you could ever think of. Body cams. That's what they are. Thank you. Body cams. People miss the biggest bag that you can ever think of when they was transporting those migrants and taking them to sanctuary cities. You didn't even need a coach bus. All you needed to do was have a transportation structure. And then you could have went and rented chartered buses. Them people was making $1 million a month transporting them people from Texas to New York. Turn back around. Come back and pick up another bunch. Taking from Texas to New York. We missing it. When you want to build wealth, this is where it's at, right here in government contracting. The federal government is the single largest buyer of goods and services on the planet, spending well over 700 billion annually and globally. You can get a contract to build in Africa. You need a contract to build in Hong Kong. America, the United States of America, is the biggest buyer and biggest spender in the world. In the world. They spend $700 billion every single year on contracts across thousands of industries. Yet the overwhelming majority of small business owners have never submitted a single bid. This is not a niche, it is an untapped treasury hiding in plain sight. And that's real. Federal, state, and local agencies are legally required to allocate a percentage of contracts to small and minority owned businesses, women owned businesses, disadvantaged owned businesses. This is mandated. It's a part of their FARs laws, the Federal Acquisition Regulation. It is a part of their law. They have to give us the money. This is not competitive at all. There's no competition. This is dependent revenue that you can depend on for years. I'm talking about 30 years, 70 years. Contracts span every industry: construction, IT, staffing, transportation, janitorial, consulting, food service. Virtually every industry has a corresponding government contract category waiting to be claimed by a registered vendor. You just got to be structured properly and registered. Most businesses never tap in. The barrier isn't competition, it's awareness. Most entrepreneurs don't know how to register, where to find opportunities, or how to write a winning proposal. Learning this process is itself a competitive moat, but it's doable with the right training, okay, and the right blueprint. Hey, let's go get the bag fast. We ain't even got to do all of that. I know exactly what to do. I can't tell you how to go buy no house if I ain't never bought no house. But since I bought a house and went through the process, I can get you from start to close in 30 days. Why? Because I know exactly what they're looking for. I know exactly what they're going after. I know exactly what they're going to expect. I can show you how to close on a house from 0 to 30 days without no disruptions. Okay? Same thing with government contracting. What this looks like in practice. Winning a government contract is a systemic process. Each step builds on the last, creating a pipeline that, once established, generate consistent large ticket revenue for years. You can use USSAM.gov, USA Spending, and state procurement portals to identify active solicitations in your industry and in your region. You can set up an automated bid alerts for your NACE codes. You can submit competitive bids, or you don't have to bid at all through using purchase orders or non-bid contracts. That's when you get a mentor so you don't have to bid. Go after the low-hanging fruit, $250,000 without ever doing a bid. Okay? Develop proposal writing skills or partner with a proposal manager. A single winning bid can be worth 6 or 7 figures. The return on your investment on learning this skill is extraordinary. Secure and execute projects. Deliver on contract terms with precision. Past performance ratings become your most valuable asset in future bid evaluations, creating a compounding advantage over time. Revenue potential snapshot. Government contracts represent some of the largest revenue opportunities available to small businesses. Unlike B2C, that means business to client markets, payment is guaranteed by the full faith and the credit of the government entity. No chasing invoices, no collection issues at all. Micro purchases start at $10,000. Simplified acquisitions go up to $250,000, and full contracts regularly exceed $1 million to $10 million. Every single contract can transform a business entirely. There are set asides for women. Hello, sisters. Veteran owned. If you've ever been a veteran, you should have you a contract. To hell with asking the VA to give you 100%. Come get you a contract. Okay. Minority owned, small disadvantaged businesses. These create a preferential pathway that dramatically reduces competition. Your designation is your advantage 100%. If you a woman, if you're a minority, if you are disadvantaged, if you are a veteran, if you are a small business, they got some big bang for you. Do you understand me? Yes, they do. And I'm going to show you receipts. Non-CDL transportation. There used to be a barrier where you had to go to school, you had to do whoop-de-whoop in order for you to get into the transportation space. Now all you need is a regular driver's license. That's if you want to drive. Okay. Everything that I do is going to be smarter and not harder. We own transportation businesses that we do not drive at all. Okay. They do about $20,000 a month with one truck. This is how you start adding multiplication. You start adding multiples. Why? Because you get more revenue. You got one truck, you don't own it, you rent it. Okay? It's $1,000 a week. It's $4,000 a month. You're probably doing anywhere from about $1,000 to $2,000 in gas a week. So you got $4,000 a month for the cost of your fleet to rent it. And then you got $1,000 to $2,000 to say 2, 4, 6, 8. So you got 8. You got $12,000 in expenses. You made $20,000 for one truck. You still walk away with $8,000 and you ain't touching no freight. And you ain't, matter of fact, I will say that you actually gonna walk away with about maybe $7,000 after you pay your driver. $6,000 to $7,000. But that is just for you literally sitting at home, taking the initiative to start the business. $6,000 to $7,000. Now what you go do is go add another truck, okay? And rinse, wash, and repeat. So now instead of $6,000 a month, you got $12,000 a month. Just for you setting up, creating the infrastructure. Then you go add another vehicle and put it on the road and have it do the same thing. Now you got $18,000 a month coming in just for you to sit around and look pretty and have lifestyle freedom. I mean, there's so many ways that you can scale this. And I'm going to tell you right now, the biggest contracts in government contracting is real estate, land, and transportation. I'm going to prove it and show you the contracts that come to my husband just for having a transportation business and being registered and structured the right way. Goods got to move every single day. Rain, recession, or pandemic, the transportation and logistic industry is the circulatory system of the American economy. If you don't got no trucks on the road, there's people be like, ain't no money in transportation. Is you crazy? We wouldn't have food. We wouldn't have anything that is transported without having transportation. Everything got to be transported. People, things, and goods have to be transported. And it never stops flowing. Non-CDL transportation represents a powerful entry point into this industry because you ain't got to have no commercial driver's license. E-commerce alone generates millions of daily shipments. Okay? Freight brokers, this is where you get to that 7-figure bag. Because literally all you're doing is sitting on the phone making relationship connections between a shipper and a driver. Hey, Walmart needs 15 trucks. Okay, how much is you paying for the 15 trucks? To move it from Oregon to New York, we paying $5,000 per truck. Okay, cool. I'm going to go take that information and put it on the load board. Looking for 15 trucks. Who's going to take it for $2,500? I'm going to start there first. Nobody don't want to pick it up for $2,500. I'll do $3,000. All 15 trucks take it at $3,000. I got $2,000 times 15 just for making the connection between the shipper and the driver. That's freight brokering. Dispatchers. I keep the economy moving. Drivers need dispatchers to make sure, hey, I want to go from California and I want to be on the road for about 4 or 5 days. I'm starting from California. Can you find me loads? Yeah, I'll find you a load. Take me about 15, 20 minutes. Hey, I got a load going from California to Arizona. Needs to be picked up by today. Needs to be delivered by Monday. Monday, you're supposed to have it dropped off by 12 p.m. I'm going to give you a couple hours because I know you got to load and unload, okay? But I already got you a load coming out of Arizona going to Dallas. And it's paying another $4,000. Okay? You got to be there by 5 o'clock to pick it up. But it don't got to be delivered until next Wednesday. In the meantime, if you're going through from Arizona to Texas, I need you to stop in New Mexico and pick up that partial load that's going to Texas as well. And that's another 2,000. That's another 1,500 to 2,000. It's called partial up a load. When you get to Texas, because you said you only want to be out 4 days, I got your load coming all the way back to California for $5,500. In 1 week, you just did $10,000 if you wanted to drive. If you don't want to drive and you just want to own it, because ownership is everything, get you a driver. Okay? And then you can dispatch. So I can dispatch my own loads. Or I can have a whole team of people dispatching not only my loads, but dispatching other truck drivers' loads, because now that's a stream of income. Okay? Dispatchers, freight brokers, and logistic coordinators are needed at every layer of the supply chain. Real talk, before, during, and after delivery. Transportation is a recession-resistant industry, even during economic downturns. Food, medicine, construction, materials, and retail goods must move. This creates a durable, non-discretionary demand floor. The U.S. trucking industry generates over $900 billion every single year in revenue. Dispatchers and freight coordinators capture a big percentage of every load, creating a volume-based cash flow model with unlimited upside. You just keep going up and up and up. This is what transportation looks like in practice. Non-CDL transportation is one of the most accessible high cash flow models available. No driver's license required, no warehouses, no inventory. Peer coordination systems and relationships. Work as a third-party dispatcher for owner-operators of small fleets. You find loads for them, you negotiate their rates, and then you just handle their paperwork, make sure they're legit. You can earn 10%. We teach you how to earn 10% of every load move. If you just book me a load for $5,500 and 10% of that is $500, you just got $500 for a 15-minute call to book and make sure that I got the BOL and I got the paperwork. That's it. Now, say for instance, you got 5 or 6 of those. You book me a load from here to there, and then you turn around, book me another $200 load. That's $2,000 load. That's $700. And then you picked up that one in New Mexico for $1,400. That's $140. That's $840. And then you're gonna bring me back from Texas to California for $5,500. That is another $500 on top of the 8. Okay, $1,400 from one person, one truck. Dispatching will change your life at just 10%. Okay? Business setup. All you got to do is register yourself. MC Authority, Freight Broker Bond. If you need a Freight Broker Bond, open a business bank account. I just said that. Okay? Set up your software. The legal and operational foundations can be built in 1 day. And it may take you a couple weeks to get that MCDOT number, but it won't even take you a full month to be accessing this type of revenue. Load coordinators, okay, operate as a freight broker on a load coordinator, matching shippers with carriers. You can use load boards, okay, to find the opportunities. Your margin lives in the spread between shipper rates and carrier rates, and then expansion opportunities. You can scale from dispatching into ownership. You can lease or purchase vehicles, okay. My husband was like, look, we can do trailer rentals for F-250s. We got business credit. So now we can go get 12 trailers and rent them bad boys every single month. Every single week, you paying me $500-$600 to rent my trailer. That's $2,000 a month just off my trailer. I'm not even paying nowhere near that. I'm making a $500 payment on the rental of the trainer. It's so many ways to sell. Pilot cars, sightseeing. They got contracts in transportation for you to go start transportation in rural areas. You can actually go and do senior care transportation where you go to the rest homes or you go to the senior citizen homes, and every month you will pick them up and take them to Target or Walmart or whatever and bring them back. Okay, you can set that up 4 times out of the week. There's so many things you can do in transportation, literally. Okay, so there's a lot of expansion opportunities. You can scale from dispatching into ownership. You can lease or purchase vehicles. You hire the drivers, and then you transition from service provider to just fleet owners. I'm gonna give me an F-250. I'm gonna give me a box truck. I'm gonna give me a Sprinter van. I can go get me a non-ambulatory ambulance that is non-emergency ambulance, because every time they record football games or they have some type of event, there has to be a non-emergency medical professional of transportation in case somebody fall, in case somebody gets shot, in case you need to transport them. They pay you $1,000 an hour for however long, the Super Bowl, whatever the case may be. There is so many different avenues in transportation. And that's why I tell my cousin, these are niches that make you rich. Okay? Because that's what it's all about. Each truck added multiplies your earning capacity, your asset base. At the end of the day, if you wanted to just run it up for 3 years and then you wanted to exit out of it and sell your transportation business for 2-3 million, you got assets. You will never ever be poor if you start investing in these niches. You will never ever be poor if you own land. You will never ever be poor if you own transportation. You'll never ever be poor if you own digital assets. You'll never ever be poor if you get into government contracting. Ever, ever, ever see poverty again. If you've ever seen it, you will never see it again. 1,000%. Land banking. Now, I didn't talk about everything that is built. Got to start with land. This is a foundation. This is a finite, not a infinite, but a finite niche to be in. They are not making land at all. You're not seeing them say, hey, we're going to go make some land over here. They can't do that. That simple fact makes raw land one of the most powerful long-term wealth vehicles in existence. This is what God gave to his children in Genesis. And this is still what God gave to his children all the way in Revelation. And guess what? This is still what God has given to his children in 2026. One of the most overlooked by modern entrepreneurs fixated on digital trends is land banking. This is a strategic acquisition of undervalued land parcels held for appreciation, for extra income, or for development. If I own land, I have power. Everything that is needed to be built upon starts with land. Unlike stocks, digital products, or currency, land cannot be manufactured or replicated. As population grows and development expands, strategically positioned land parcels appreciate in value with minimal management. You ain't got to do nothing but let your dirt be dirt, and your dirt is working for you. Raw land carries no depreciation, no tenants, no structural maintenance costs, and no appliances to replace. It sits, it grows and leaps and bounds, it appreciates, and it waits, making it one of the most passive income investment vehicles available to the patient investor. Land is not a single use asset. This same parcel can generate income through leasing for agriculture. Hey, my land is appreciating just sitting over there, but you can lease it for your agriculture. You want to grow some wheat? Sure. Okay. You want to grow some cotton, lavender? Be my guest. Peanuts? Have your way. You want to plant some trees for timber? You want to put some solar panels? Have your way. A billboard? You want to go hunting on my land? Cool. Okay. Or you a developer and you finna build a Target? Yeah, okay. I bought it for 300, but you can give it to you can if you want to buy my land and I know that you need it, I'll take 3 million. Based off of what you build, and I'll take 3 million, 100%. This is what land banking looks like in practice. Land banking is not passive by accident, it is passive by design. The work happens at acquisition. Once you purchase it correctly, the asset does its job without requiring your ongoing attention. You buy it strategically, identify undervalued parcels in growth corridors. Okay? We're going to go buy land where we know you finna build. This is what land banking is all about. All the land is in areas, is in paths of growth. Okay? We know what you finna come through with, and we know what you finna build. And we're gonna get access to this land and buy all your children some land for $200 or $300, and then you can just go buy up a whole bunch of other land so you can turn around and sell it to them. Why? Because you know they coming. Mm-hmm. Okay. We buy this land near corridors, near infrastructure projects, or in counties with rising development activity. We use county tax records to buy the land. We know what's coming. We use land auction sites and wholesaler networks to source deals below market price. We hold, lease, or sell the land. You can determine your exit strategy at acquisition. Short term sellers capture quick spreads. Long term holders build compounding appreciation. Leasers or lessors generate annual income while waiting for peak value. You build long term value, improve land value through recognizing or rezoning applications, road access, utility connections, or subdivisions. Each improvement multiplies the eventual sale price without requiring constant management. So if you go buy some raw land and you go down there to coding and zoning and you say, we need some road access. Yeah, we need some road access. We 100% need road access. We need to come in and put a road. Because it came in and put a road, your land appreciates. It's a road near your land. We're going to need some electricity as well. We need some power poles put up. Oh, power poles. Okay, yeah. Your land just goes up like 10x because they put power poles by there. So now when I tell you in a powerful position you are, because now you go in with the big dogs and you say, hey, you know what? I think we need stop signs. 100%. We're going to need stop signs. People are going to probably bring their children, grandchildren. Now you in a powerful position to change legislation because you own land. Just because you own a piece of land. Okay? So you improve land value through rezoning applications, road access, utility connection, or subdivision. Each improvement multiplies the eventual sale price without requiring consistent management. You also create generational wealth. Land is transferred to heirs. This carries a stepped up cost basis, eliminating capital gains and appreciation. It is one of the most tax advantage that wealthy people transfer tools availability to entrepreneurs and investors. You don't pay taxes like that when you transfer the land. There's no taxes on gold. When you buy gold flat out, it's flat out. It ain't no 15,200 or something with sales tax. Can't put taxes on that. Why do you think they give you such a big tax break when you buy land? Why do they give you such a big tax break when you buy land? Why do they absolutely write off land when you buy land? You got to think about that. Okay? Land builds lasting wealth because most entrepreneurs start chasing income. Wealthy family build assets, two different people. The distinction is the difference between earning $10,000 a month and owning something worth $10 billion that generates income while you sleep. Land purchase and growth path areas have historically doubled and tripled in value within 7 to 15 years. You purchase it at a discount through distressed sales or tax auctions, and the returns can be extraordinary. Land banking pairs exceptionally well with other niches in this presentation. And it always comes right back to government contracting. Right now, America is 7.2 million homes short to keep up with current population. Go look it up on Google right now. I dare you to. There's a shortage of houses, and houses must be built on land. I'm telling y'all, y'all missing it. Y'all missing something so phenomenal. And this is why I just decided to go build by myself and build with those who decided to come along. Ain't nobody got time to be trying to convince nobody. We've been amidst it. And when it started getting overcrowded and oversaturated, then what we could have came in there and got 775,000 is now like, oh, we'll pay you $750. Are you kidding me? No. Uh-uh. Land banking pairs exceptionally well with the other niches in the presentation. Government contracting can fund acquisitions. Most people don't know if you go buy land, they will give you billions of dollars to build on it, especially if you buy rural land. Not so much city land, but if you buy rural land and you build an affordable housing out in the rural area, they will pay you. The USDA will give you all of the money. There's a lot of places that will give you all of the money to build the project on the land. Now, that's the right way to go about it. Make them pay. Make them pay for your wealth generation system. Make them pay for it. Why use your money? Family of millionaires, credit, funding, and financial structure. Now, I tell y'all this all the time, and let's be real. These are niches that bring riches. Everybody need money. Everybody. Everybody need money. I don't care if the poor, they need to have access to money. The middle class is being wiped out right now. They need more money so that they can try to stay in between poor and wealthy. And even the wealthy, they don't just be like, yeah, I got so much money, I don't need no more. No, they still want more money. So they buy assets that will generate them more money to do what? Buy more assets. That's all they want money for. Wealthy people only want money to buy assets. That's it. They only want money to buy them more assets, to make them more money to buy more assets, to make them more money to buy more assets. It's a washing machine. It's literally a cycle. In, out, rinse, wash, in, out, rinse, wash, just over and over and over and over again. That is called compounding. That's how you become millionaires. Compound. So when you can help people find money, you will never have a money problem. If you go and post on your social media right now, I'm looking to help 5 people get access to $75,000 in the next 30 days for $97. I guarantee you they will pay you their $97 before they even know what you even offering. Just by you putting that post. Hey, count me in, cousin. Wow, I didn't know you had that. I ain't tripping about losing on $97 if I lose it. But I'm finna go find out. 75,000, that could change my life. You just putting out a simple post that I can help you find money. I don't care who it is. They're going to come running. Family of millionaires, I show you how to legitimately use AI to not only fix your credit, but to fix people that you will be dealing with. Because some people come in and they be like, my credit too bad. I can't even get funded right now. Don't worry your little head. Let me go ahead and create these disputes for you using my little AI bot over here, okay? All I need you to do is send me your little PDF or your credit report, and I'm gonna go ahead and get you all the way together. In 30 days, we're gonna see what was all removed, and then we're gonna go for funding. And if it takes 30 more days after that, then we're gonna go ahead and use ChatGPT to go ahead and write us up using consumer law, using Supreme Court law, and using lawyer language, letting them know that we're gonna sue them because they violated our consumer right. And we're gonna let them know which consumer law they violated. And then we're gonna let them know that you have 30 days, and this is our second notice. Next time we will see you in small claims court because you can definitely sue them. Y'all better act like you know. If they fail to remove something off your credit report that is in violation to a law, you can take it to court. So you learn how to do this and help liberate people. It's not just about the paycheck. It's not just about the income. It's about the impact. When you impacting people and you solving problems, now you can get income. Money ain't money comes to you when you serving your purpose. But money runs from you when you're not. When you're not using money for what its proper usage is, it starts fleeing from you. So now you're chasing it. Access to capital is the single greatest accelerant in any business. The wealthy do not use their money at all. They use leverage. They build credit profiles, and if their credit is bad, they go build them a business profile because that business ain't got no bad credit, and that business is a separate entity. And then they access business funding. Use that business funding to start their business or expand their business, and whatever is left, they go pay off their personal debt. Hello, somebody. And now they got 800, 900 credit scores. And then they go get some funding on their personal side that they can actually leverage to go buy them hotels and car washes and laundromats and stuff that produces income every single month. They structure their finances in a way that allow $1 to do the work of 10. This niche teaches you how to build that infrastructure from the ground up. Your personal and business credit scores are financial passports. A strong credit profile unlocks lower interest rates, higher credit limits, business lines of credit, and the ability to fund ventures without depleting any of your money or your equity. Funding unlocks growth. Businesses that understand how to access the SBA loans, business credit cards, funding stacking, and investor capital grow exponentially faster than those bootstrapping on personal income alone. Capital is the fuel, strategy is the engine. And then you structure builds stability. LLC, S Corp, C Corp, entity selection, EIN setup, business banking, and proper bookkeeping are not administrative tasks. They are legal financial foundation upon which every income strategy is built. Structure first, and then you can scale second. Why is this thing doing this? I hate when we get to the middle. Hold on, y'all. Let me go ahead and hold on, because I think it took me backwards. Yep, it did. Okay, yep. This is where we were at. We'll go to this one next. Family and millionaires, what this look like in practice. We audit and repair our own personal credit by disputing inaccurate items, paying down utilization, and strategically opening trade lines. We target a 720 plus score to unlock the highest tier funding products and the most favorable terms across all lending categories. I got receipts, okay? So this is not impossible. When I first got started, I started with a 459. I shared my journey. I've showed y'all the hardcore truth. I started with a 459, and within 45 days, I was at already a 682. After we go ahead and work on our credit and all that good stuff, we establish a business credit profile. Okay. We go ahead and add some net 30 vendors. Those are called trade lines. Usually take about 30 to 45 days. And then we go access zero business credit card funding. We go get them big old bags from SBA, CDFI grants. We go get revenue-based financing, angel investors. We go ahead and do funding stacking. We hit Amex, Goldman Sachs, all of them. We combine multiple sources that allows entrepreneurs to deploy $50 to $250,000 in 30 days or less without traditional bank approval. It's all about structure. That's it. It's all about structure. And then the financial structures. We separate personal and business finances immediately. Okay. We establish payroll, build retained earnings, and implement a profit first cash management system, proper structure, protocol, protect all assets. We reduce taxes because we want to live free, tax free, financially free, time free. We want to live free. We reduce our tax liability and we position the business for institutional financing. Okay. The goal is not just to earn more, it is to control more. A well structured financial foundation multiplies the impact of every other niche in this presentation. You got to build the foundation first before building the empire. Books, bestseller, and stages, and I'm almost done, y'all. I think I got like 3 or 4 more slides. Books, bestseller, and stages. In every industry, there are those who do the work and those who are known for the work. The latter commands premium prices. Those are the ones who get invited to speak. They attract media and build empires on a foundation of perceived authority. They use their words to create wealth. They publish an ebook or publish a book, and then they build a speaking platform around that. This is the highest leverage positioning strategy available to entrepreneurs. Let me just spin the block because Sam Altman and Netflix said that they will pay you $775,000 per year to do a storytelling. People don't know how powerful storytelling is. You just don't know. And you know what's crazy? Everybody has a story to tell. They just won't tell it. And that's why they're broke and they're poor. Everything is about storytelling. Movie is about telling a story. If you listen to a song, it's about telling a story, whether a love story or a hate story, or a breakup story, comeback story. Okay? All about telling a story. When we go to school and we read history books, it tells a story. When you read that good old word of God, it tells you a story. Everything is storytelling. Everything. So in every industry, there are those who do the work. They are called employees, and those who are known for the work that they did. Those are called authority. And when you write a book, you now become an author, which is the first five letters in authority. It instantaneously gives you authority. So now you go from regular smegular Jenny on the block to a respected Jenny on the block, a Arthur. You have authority to command my attention, to listen to you. You're an expert. You wrote a book. Okay? Authority, a published book signals expertise instantly. It bypasses the need for a portfolio, for what you call that, a resume, references. Hey, do you know her? No. Or an extensive sale conversation. Would you like to buy this? You know, my name is such and such. No, the book gives you authority instantaneously. Clients who read your book arrive pre-sold, pre-qualified, and ready to invest in your services or your programs. You can create a coaching program. You can create a retreat. You can create a mastermind. You can create a community around this one book. And when people read your book, they automatically want to get close. They automatically want to get proximity. They automatically want to buy your course. They automatically want to be at your retreat. It is a resounding, scalable niche. That's why every wealthy person has a book. Every wealthy person has a book. The entrepreneurs who build loyal followings are not the most credentialed, they are the most relatable. Sharing your authentic journey, struggles, and breakthroughs through writing and speaking creates deep emotional bonds that convert audiences into clients and advocates. Being seen as a thought leader generates inbound opportunities that outbound marketing cannot buy. Hey, can you come on my podcast? Hey, would you like to come to Africa, India, Jamaica, Japan? Would you like to do a joint venture with me? Could I have you on the news? Can I do a media feature with you? Can I pay you 15 to come speak on my stage? Can you consult me? Contracts. Hello, somebody. Everything I offer, go back to contracts. And strategic partnerships. People that you would have never have met. People that you watched on TV and dreamed about. A book can lead you right in a path and have you sitting down with them. Have you literally sitting down with them. Then don't get no bestseller behind it. Don't write the book that gives you authority, but bestseller, oh, that changes the game. From idea to income, the authority monetization stack looks like this. You publish content in books. I don't care if the story is not about yours. You can make up a story. ChatGPT can go make up you a story about a woman who struggled and overcame adversity and was walking to work every day for 47 years and retired as a manager raised her kids, bought her house. She took everything she had and invested it. And now she has retired her own self in wealth. It could be a story about anything, somebody else's story, something you've seen a neighbor go through, something you've seen somebody in your church go through. It don't even got to be your story. So you write it self-published through Amazon KDP for immediate global distribution. A bestseller campaign on launch day can secure the Amazon #1 bestseller badge, and it's a hack. It's a hack that your girl know. Okay, it's only a hack that I know and others who done ran the hack know how to become a bestseller in 72 hours. It only takes 48 to 72 hours for your book to be approved on Amazon, and then make that bad boy a bestseller in 72 hours, because that's the time frame that we have. Okay? This is a credential that pays dividends for years in sales, conversions, media, and credibility. When you die, that's called leaving a legacy. Your book will outlive you. Your name will forever remain in the earth as long as the earth is here. It is the biggest, most uh, uh, exponentially abundant thing that you can do for your family. Tell them how you did it. Tell them your story, and leave them something that they can get paid for the rest of your life and theirs too. A book never departs from the earth, lest the earth is not remaining. And royalties will always be spent on a book. You write it once, you get paid forever. You create consistent content across LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, and podcasts. Each piece of content is a 24/7 sale. Okay? Representatives start working on your behalf, attracting clients for you, speaking opportunities, lining them mugs up, and media coverage while you focus on high leverage activities. You secure paid speaking engagements at conferences, corporate events, and virtual summits. Speaking fees range from 2,500, and probably that's probably speaking for 15 minutes. Because if you want me to show up on your virtual stage, that is minimum $15,000. If you want me to show up on your public event stage, it's $25,000 minimum. Okay? Per engagement. You see that? Per engagement. That is per engagement. Move off the screen. I didn't ask you to do that. Okay? The stage also becomes your highest converting sales platform for programs and services. After you speak, you can say, hey, to keep in contact with me, I'm over here and my mastermind is $50K for a whole entire year. I got about 7 spots. First 7 that run to the table and sign up, you in. Now you didn't just did 50,000 times 7. Okay? You didn't just easily did you a $350,000 piece. After they done paid you 25 to 50,000 to come on the stage. This is a no-brainer. Okay? You monetize your knowledge. Package your expertise into online courses, masterminds, coaching programs, and licensing deals. Now you can start selling merch. Hey, buy my t-shirt, buy my water bottle, buy my purse, okay, with my brand on it. Now your name becomes a household brand in people's houses. That book going into people's houses makes you a household brand. Okay? Now, these communities, and I have been pressing the gas pedal on these because I have built these for the last 5-6 years. You don't see me chasing you down in these social media streets with ads because I have built so many communities that I don't have to use ads. Okay? When I tell you I have made millions of dollars from my communities, I have made millions of dollars from my communities. The most powerful shift in modern business is a transition from transactional income to reoccurring income. I have one group, okay? There is 1,500 people in that group. They pay me $1 every month to be in that group. I take the $1,500 and I find the needs of those that are in the group and we divide it. Say, hey, there's 3 people. Okay, we're going to give 4, 8, 12, we're going to give 500 apiece. And then the community picks, if there's 6 people that show up, I really need help. Well, we're going to give $250 to all 6 of y'all. That's reoccurring every month. You don't pay $1, you just got to go somewhere else. Because this is a group that's all about empowerment. We don't leave no man behind. Okay? But it could be a group or a community. Community is a group. It's a community of people that you want to work with, be around, etc. Whether it's hosted on School, Circle, or a private platform, Telegram, Facebook. This generates you predictable monthly income while delivering compounding value to every member. I have an opportunity that I'm going to present to you shortly. It's a done for you community. It comes pre-structured, which means I build it out for you. Okay. With onboarding flows, when people come in, then they put a certain email in. It sends you a pending approval. You can automate the approval or you can manually do the approval. Okay. Automate is the best way. People using this keyword or certain code, I know they came in and they paid to come into this community or whatever the case may be. Okay. But we build out your frameworks, your engagement system. We run ads and traffic to your group. So when you take it over, you got paid customers in your group paying you every single month. Okay. Once we get 10 people in your group, your investment is already paid back. Okay. And then you inherit a working model rather than building something from scratch, dramatically reducing the time to profitability. So when you come in, you're already in profit mode. This gives you reoccurring monthly memberships, transform one-time buyers into long-term revenue contributors. A community of 200 members at $97 generates you $19,400 every single month in predictable income. If they don't pay, they gotta go. Simple as that. You at 200 this month, somebody go share the word, or you share the word, and now you at 250. One lead, you 249. Okay, you still doing over $22,000 a month. The financial foundation that de-risks every other business initiative. When I tell you everybody got a community, Fenty, Rihanna got a community, okay, for all Fenty products. Kim Kardashian got a community, okay. Dallas Cowboys got a community. This is your golden ticket to the Willy Wonka factory. Is building a community, right? The systems is already structured for you. The done for you model means the technology, the curriculum, okay, and the engagement systems are pre-built. Your role is ownership and growth, not construction. That is the difference between buying a franchise and building a business from a blank page. Okay, that's the difference between a done for you community. When I gave everybody the opportunity to come learn how to do this, so now you can just build these out. Okay, you can charge $5K to build out somebody's community. You fill it with the digital products. AI is going to help you every step of the way. Literally, every step of the way, AI is going to help you. Bio, thumbnails, products to fill, everything. Hey, I'm going to do a marketing. I need to grow this by 10 people in the next 30 days. Okay, this is what you need to do. Okay, for day 1, day 5, whole 9 yards. Okay, AI will give you all of that. Why is this thing stuck? Bless his heart. Oh, there we go. Okay, this is what it looks like in practice. We launch your monetized group. We build the monthly revenue model for you. We drive the members to your group, and then you scale the platform. Okay, community-based businesses have among the highest valuation multiples in the online space. A community generating $20,000 a month in master resale rights can be valued at $1 million to $3 million in acquisition. So if, say for instance, I grow your mentorship and you're doing $20,000, your business can go get revenue for $1 million to $3 million just because it's generating $20,000 every month. without no credit check, without going to no banks. Talking about, can I borrow this much money? No, I have an asset that generates me $20,000 every month. I need to get 1 million to 3 million, and because they see documentation, yeah, you get 20,000 every month. Absolutely, I'm telling you, we have to play smarter. Okay, so it's not about, oh, that's an investment. How much is that going to cost me? No, how much is this going to make me? Digital product store is done for you and lead generation. Digital products sell globally. They don't just sell here in America. Everybody everywhere can buy these digital products. The automation setting it up creates efficiency. While you sleeping, people in China could be buying. People in Africa could be buying because we automated the whole entire process. And then we get the leads that comes to see your digital product and buy your digital product, and maybe even upsell them into a community. Okay, this is scalable by design. We create your product. We set up your online store, which is your automation. Once they comment the word, and then the link is sent to them, they can go and purchase it and get the download instantaneously. Your hands are not on it at all. Okay, and then we build your lead generation, which is an email list. When they buy, they got to put in the emails, right? So now I can go back and hit them up 10 days later. Hey, would you like to buy this? Oh, okay, cool. Not today, but maybe tomorrow. Not tomorrow, maybe next week. Not next week, maybe next year. You in my ecosystem. If you don't want me emailing you, then go ahead and unsubscribe. But for the most part, you finna get emailed to the gods. You hear me? Every day I'm making sales because I created an ecosystem. I don't have to go out no more. I can go right into my email list and just generate money from there. Automated. Hey, send this email out to all 25,000 on my email list. 25,000 emails went out. 2,500 is going to say yes. Just think if you offering $1,000 product and 2,500 say that. Yes, you got $250,000 from one email list. Okay, so we build all of that for you. This is another done for you digital business in a box. Okay, so now here's the part where you get to choose your lane. Skill-based lane, AI automation authority requires knowledge and expertise. Asset-based lanes, land banking digital products require capital and a little patience. Service-based lanes requires execution and relationship, transportation, government contracting. System-based lanes, done for you community, financial structure, just requires the infrastructure, which I set up, and the management, which you can maintain, or I will lead you to a virtual assistant. You pay them $4 or $5 an hour, and they go ahead and make sure you're making that money. Okay. Every niche in this presentation maps to one of these 4 categories. You start by identifying which lane matches your natural strengths, available capital and tolerance for hands-on versus passive involvement. The right lane isn't the most glamorous one. It is the one you will actually execute with excellence and consistency until it produces you the desired results. Here's the 4 pillars of income that lasts. Number 1 is ownership. Number 2, consistency. Number 3 is execution. Number 4 is strategy. Strategy is the foundation. Every successful income lane begins with a clear understanding of the market. Execution, ideas are worth nothing without action. The entrepreneur who win are not always the most talented. They be the most stupidest, and they didn't even go to college. Russell Brunson didn't graduate college. He's a billionaire. Mark Zuckerberg, Sam Altman. These people, none of these people have degrees or none of that. Okay, they are the most consistent though. They show up, they do the work, and they reiterate relentlessly. Okay, consistency. But only if you stay in the game long enough for the compounding to begin, you will be greatly rewarded. Okay, most entrepreneurs quit. Oh, I don't see nothing. They have this microwave mentality. Oh, this week too, I ain't seen nothing. Okay, just wait. Before a seed can produce a stem, it got to go on around and die. Have some patience. If you've been working for these folks for 40 years, for 15 years, for 20 years, you need to have that same patience. If you start a business and you've been working a 9 to 5 for 10 years, you need to at least give your business 10 years before you talk about it didn't work. How dare you go work for another man's business for 10 years and then say that it didn't work in your business and you didn't even give your business 10 years? Ownership. The ultimate goal, not just owning the business, owning assets, systems, intellectual properties, and infrastructure that generate value independent of your daily presence. Ownership is the exit from trading your time for money because it really is. The lane you choose will shape your outcome. Wealth is not accidental. Every person on this live, every person reading this or watching this presentation has access to the same niches, the same tools, and the same internet. What separates those who build generational wealth from those who remain in financial survival mode is not talent, it's not timing, it's not luck. It is a decision followed by discipline and sustained action. Choose one lane if you want to. Pick the niche that aligns with your strength, resources, and goals. Commit fully. Depth of focus in one lane will always outperform shallow effort spread across many. Build the system. Don't just work the niche. Architect the system that works in it for you. Automate, delegate, and document until the income runs with minimum daily intervention from you. You own the asset. Every niche becomes more valuable when you own something within it: a contract, a platform, a product, a parcel of land, a credit profile. Transitions from earner to owner as fast as possible. Stay the course. The compounding curve is steep at the beginning. You ready to get in with 20,000? No, you need one fleet that's going to bring you 6,000. Get a second fleet that's going to bring you 12,000. Get a third fleet that's going to bring you 18,000. It's going to take you 3 months. But now, after that, being patient for 90 days, now you have $18,000 a month. Okay? The niche is the vehicle, strategy is the engine, execution is the fuel, ownership is the destination. Choose your lane and drive it all the way to wealth. Now, I told y'all I was going to show y'all because I got receipts for days. Okay? Hold on 1 second. Let me get this up and popping. Let me show y'all that I don't practice. Well, I don't preach something that I'm not practicing. Okay? I have a mentorship. It's called 12 Months to a Million. You get everything. You get government contracting, you get AI, you get land banking, you get transportation, you get books and bestseller, you get everything, okay? You get absolutely everything. I know this is just did not just push me down. Hold on, y'all. Let me make sure I'm right where I need to be. Hold on. So I know you lying and this thing did not move. I know you lying, okay? Let me start right here first. Okay, take a screenshot of something isn't working. This may be because of a technical error. If you don't get up out of here, we're working to fix it. Why can't I click on this? Okay, Facebook is acting dumb. Okay, let's see if I can click on this. Oh, I guess it's not letting me do this. Wow. Okay. Facebook Messenger is unresponsive. No, I'm gonna wait. I don't care. That is horrible. I got all the receipts pulled up today. You hear me? All of them. Let me see if this one's gonna let me. Oh my gosh. Okay, y'all. I guess it ain't gonna let me be great. I had the receipts. It won't even let me open it up, blow it up, expand it, none of the above. Wow. Okay. So, with that being said, maybe next time, round time or something, let's see. I'll be able to show you all these receipts. I got them for you. Trust and believe. I got them for you. Look at how this is acting. Okay. All right, get up out of here. I'm just going to exit the page, y'all, and close that out. I wanted to share. Yeah. Reload. Let's see. For the reload. It ain't going to put all my stuff back where it needs to be, shaking my head. Yeah, it just clicked off, y'all. So what I am going to do is put this up on the screen. And then I am going to share just a couple words and I'm gonna let y'all go, okay? Every mentorship, every niche, that's what I'll say. Every niche that I just mentioned, and maybe I can turn my camera on real quick. This is bananas. Here we go. Okay, hold on 1 second. Oh, there we go. No, that's not it either. All right, here we go. See if this one gonna open up. All right, I'll keep this on the screen because whenever I turn my camera on, it starts making me go really, really choppy, and I don't want that to happen inside of this live. So I'm just gonna keep this up on the screen right here, and you'll have something visual to look at. Okay. All of those niches that I just mentioned to you are mentorships. Government contracting mentorship. Inside of that mentorship, instead of you having to try to go figure out what is a proposal, what is this, what is that, I'm literally going to give you the winning proposals that have won contracts. I'm talking about some very lucrative contracts. You just go modify it. I'm also going to give you access to a tool that helps you find the contracts locally in your area through your workforce and through your government officials on a local level. Okay. I'm also going to help you use AI to create curriculum. Right now, they're giving a lot of money away for summer school programs. Okay. If curriculum for summer school, teaching young people how to create an income using AI, teaching young people how to do a resume, anything. Okay. So this government contracting, yes, is going to teach you all that you need to know about government contracting from a state level to the federal level. But we're going to focus primarily on going after non-bid contracts and purchase orders using the workforce, where you can go get you a $50,000 to $250,000 contract for just creating curriculum. That's it. You can go get you a contract to teach the curriculum if you want to, and if you don't have to. You are the owner of the curriculum that the workforce, the schools are going to use, and that is ownership. Okay. So in that government contracting mentorship, guaranteed you will win your first contract or land your first contract 2 weeks to 90 days after starting the mentorship. Okay. Instead of me charging you $5,000 for the mentorship, which is a 3-month mentorship, because that's all you need, 90 days. 2 weeks to 90 days to win your first contract. And now you know how to continue to win them over and over and over again. You done went and shook hands, okay, with money makers so y'all can start having money babies. You know everything that there is to know. You have access to the tools and the resources and the systems, okay, and the AI that will literally find your contracts for you without you even having to lift a finger. They will deliver contracts to you as well as have access to the apps, as well as have access to other contractors where you can get past performances. So when you go for the $1 million trillion contract and say, you got past performances? Yep, me and my team sure do. Dr. Tawana, she's have this much in government contracting. Some of my other contracting sisters and brothers, you'll be able to use all of our experience to give you past performances so you can get that government contract. If you want to get a contract in California, but you're not in California, but I am, then I could partner with you or subcontract on a contract. If you wanted to get a contract coming out of Georgia and we got brother Bill who lives in Georgia, you can subcontract out him, use his information in order to scale the contract or secure the contract. The mentorship that I am offering on the government contract at a discounted rate is $1,000, $997 to come and get you 50,000, 10,000 for Xerox copying some papers, 10,000 for finding some big pens that you can go to Staples or Office Depot, 75,000 for going to Party City and putting together some designs and decorations. Okay, $50,000 for making a meal, cooking a meal for one of the events or parties. It's never ending. This is how you build real generational wealth. So I'm going to start there with government contracting. If you guys are interested, and let me put the banner up here, in getting started in government contracting, I'm going to teach you all the tools that you need and you can use. I'm going to teach you how to take one NACE code and create 7 streams of income for that. Meaning, if you a child care operator, you don't just do child care. You transport if you pick them up. That's another stream of income. You don't just babysit children, you educate them. That's another stream of income. You don't just babysit and transport the children, you feed them. That's nutrition. That's another stream of income. If you got a father and a mother that are separated, okay, and the mother drops them off, the father picks them up, that's conflict resolution. Now that's counsel. So now that's another stream of income. So I'm going to teach you all of that, your certifications, where to get them at, absolutely for free. That is your golden pass to the front line that helps you, get up there without having to bid the whole 9 yards from start to finish. $997 for government contracts. If you are interested in that, let me know. Put a 1 in the chat. I'm also going to put the information of where I accept payments, contact information. You want to secure your spot. It is first come, first serve. Okay. We're taking off with all of these programs. So I'm letting those who are coming in come in, because you won't be able to come in, or you just have to wait. Okay. Until the next round, which will definitely be at a different price point. We have the non-CDL transportation. That mentorship is $997. But just imagine investing $997, and within 30 days, you have something generating you $5,000 to $7,000 every single week, just after 30 days. Show you how to scale it, how to get government contracts. I was trying to show y'all that, but Facebook was over here acting like it was on crack or something. It still ain't popped back up. I don't know what in the world was going on with chat GPT. I mean, not chat GPT, but Facebook. But I have them receipts for y'all because I got them. Okay. But in the non-CDL space, freight brokering, dispatching, so many different ways to generate revenue inside of the non-CDL. It's a whole entire ministry. I was about to say ministry. It is a ministry. Mentorship from scratch to scale, but you could be up and on the road, not you yourself physically, but your fleet will be up on the road within 30 days. I say 45 max. 30 to 45 days, you'll have your money back and some. You never have to sit a butt in the seat, or you never have to touch any fleet. Okay. That is also being discounted for $997 to get into that mentorship. Land banking, Put a 2 in the chat if you want that. I'm just trying to move through this so I'm not here much longer. I'm going to just tell y'all all of the mentorships that I went through. AI, automations, and systems. You can get in for 1K. We solely focus on the topic of the niche. If it's transportation, it's only transportation related. Building business credit, getting fleet, getting funding for the transportation, how to scale, freight broker and dispatch, build BOLs, setting up your accounting software, your business bank account, okay, going after contracts in the medical courier. It's all transportation related. AI automations and systems, all AI automated and system related. That's it. Okay. Books, bestseller, and stages, all books, bestseller and stages, events, podcasts, courses. It's all specifically related to that niche. Okay. Land banking, all specifically related to that niche. So all of those mentorships are being offered for $997 before we just absolutely make them back 5K. Okay. And we got a lot of people interested just at 5K, to be honest with you. My husband's mentor, who started everything in the teaching space, charges $50,000 to build you out a non-CDO. It's a turnkey business. Turnkey for $50,000. You come out and get him a couple clients every single year and go out and build, get their fleet, do the whole 9 yards. We're not handing you a fish right here. We are absolutely giving you a fishing pole and bringing you to the river or the ocean or the path where the fish is at for you to continue to fish and eat every single day versus one day when we give you that one fish. So all of those mentorships are $997. If you want it built out for you, the community, we will build you out a community generating you over $1,000 every single month. It's $997 for a done for you community. We fill it with your digital products. We fill it with the people that's going to pay you. Like I said, 10 people paying you $97. You got your $1,000 for the first month and every single month thereafter that. So now you invested $997, and that $997 with just 10 people in your community generates you $12,000 a whole entire year. If you got 100 people in there paying you $97, then you do the math. And that's every single month. Okay, now you 6-figure, almost 7-figure earner just on a community. So we have the done for you community, $997, and then we also have the done for you digital business in a box. We will go ahead and build out your digital products. We will build out your merch. We will build out your store and automate the whole entire process. We will run your marketing campaign so people can actually go to your site and buy. We will do your content for you, and then we will hand the business over to you. Any of the done for you, once we're done building them out, we hand them over to you, okay? We hand them over to you. So those are all, everything that you saw on the presentation is $997. The done for yous, we're only taking 2 for each. The done for you community and the done for you business in a box. We build the business so you can bank from it. That's the name of the game. Bottom line, we build it, you bank it. And we teach you how to maintain it. So everything that I have presented to you from all of the mentorships, like I said, is an investment of $997, $3 short from $1,000. But the return on the investment is reoccurring, passive, never ending. We build it once, you get paid from it forever. Okay? Anybody interested in any of those opportunities, information is on the screen right above the ticker that is saying on live only opportunities. Okay? Any questions anybody has for me, let me know. Okay? The done for yous is only two on each. Community or digital business in a box, fully running, generating you sales, printing you money while you sleep or while you work or do whatever else it is that you are doing. Okay. Um, I do have the SBA play to get $10,000. You do not need a business and you do not need a bomb credit score. I give you the exact walkthrough of how to go get you $10,000 in funding from the SBA as a sole proprietor. That means as a regular smuggler solo person. As a sole proprietor, you can go get you 10K. You guys can get that for $47. You want to know the step by step, what to put here, what to put there. Exactly. This is a $10,000 guaranteed. It's pretty much done for you. You just got to go fill out the application and follow the steps. $47 for that. I also have the $75,000 SBA play. They do a soft pull. It is not a hard pull. They just check in, to make sure that you are who you say you are, legit, and they check your background as far as, hey, I say I live in California. Hey, is there anything I can go and search and see this person lives in California? It's a soft pull. You won't even notice it because it's a soft pull and it does not affect your credit whatsoever. But this is a $75,000 SBA play, and this is solely based off of an idea. We give you everything that you need to get this guaranteed $75,000. Some get 50, it just depends on what it is that you're building. But it's a $75,000 play. We tell you exactly which language, which verbiage to put, where it go. Line 1, put this here. Line 7, put this here. Copy and paste this right into that. Okay, we know exactly what they are looking for in order to give you that big bag. So you can get the $75,000 play for $97, and then I only have access for 2 or 3 people. I don't mention this one a lot, but it's a $250,000 guaranteed in 30 days. $250,000 guaranteed funding in 30 days. Step by step, what you need to do, how you going to do it, how you going to run up the bag, and within 5 days, you can have money from FinTech. That is also revealed to you in there multiple ways to get 250,000 over and over and over and over and over again. Okay, but this is guaranteed 250,000. They do go off of your credit. Okay, all you need is a 560. If you don't have a 560, it's going to tell you how to acquire or accumulate a 560 in a short time frame. So it'll give you everything you need to know to go get that dough. 250,000 of it. Okay. This is, I don't offer this to everybody. I will only offer it to 3 of you, $197, but it is a 250,000 guaranteed play. Okay. Guaranteed play. No doc, no doc, no doc, no doc. You do not need no doc. No documents. Okay. The first 2 10K, 75K, soft pull. They're really not tripping off your credit. It's more so the idea. What are you going to do with this money? How is it going to be spent? So that's why you need us to tell you what to say. Okay. The $250,000 guaranteed is $197, but you are guaranteed to get 250,000 if you run the play, and we give you the work. We give you the business. Okay. Any questions for me before I go? I'm gonna let you beautiful people go. My time is completely up. It is absolutely over. Go ahead and secure, lock in your spot. It is time to rock and roll. Don't be one of those saying, I wish I should have, could have, would have, especially when the opportunity is right here, right now. Take that cash that is trash and turn it into assets. So you can stop worrying. Excuse me, thought I had to sneeze. So you can stop worrying. Okay, worrying. I said it that way for a reason, because you just constantly worry yourself in and out day and night. Stop worrying about where you're going to get money from and how you're going to make it. Okay. Is a 200K different than the 250K play? Absolutely. Absolutely. 1000%. Okay. I don't even give everybody access. I can literally only give 3 people access to the 250K. I can only give 3 people. I can't give everybody access to that. That's why I don't really bring it up that much. I did mention it. People took advantage of it, jumped on it about maybe a month ago. Last time I mentioned it. But I'm bringing it here out for those who want to take advantage of that. Go get you $250,000. You're going to know what to do with it. All of that is inside of the step by step. I'm going to call it a course because it is fully loaded with a lot of information, but it's not a course where you just read and read and read. That's not what this is. By the end, when you get to the finish, okay, this is what we need to do. Okay, put that right there. Check mark. You're going to have lenders. Okay. And if I could pull up the receipt, I would show you someone that just went and ran this play. They offered him $350,000 from one lender and up to $3 billion, okay, from another lender off this 250K play. And I got receipts. Y'all know I come with them. But whatever reason, Facebook wants to freeze and don't want me to show y'all the receipts. So I can't show them, but I will. How am I, Dr. T? I'm doing all right. Thank you for asking. I absolutely feel better mentally. I was messed up yesterday and just still in recovery mode. But thank you for asking. Any other questions before I go? Instagram fam, y'all already know what it is. Hit the DM and we will go ahead and make sure that you are locked in so you stop clocking in, okay? You are the best investment that you can make. And if you're looking to get freedom, rich is not rich in money. It's rich in resources. It's rich in your mindset. It's rich in your freedom, where you have the time freedom, the mind freedom, you have the travel freedom, you have the money freedom. Like you really, really win it. You really win it. Okay. But if you're ready to go ahead and get locked in and go ahead and hit the DM, I'll send you the information that they're able to see over here on this side of the screen, okay, that you cannot. And we'll be well on our way, getting ready to do the dang on thing and do whatever we've been called to do, okay? And we're doing it as a unit. We're moving fast and we're moving now. We're not waiting. We're not hesitating. We're moving fast and we're moving now because they're about to change the game up on us and it's time to go. Okay, I love you. And I will see you guys, some other time. Have a great day, afternoon, night, evening, whatever time, wherever you are viewing this from. People watch me from all over. So whatever it is, make the best of it. Have a great one. And I'll see you on the next time. Much love.